Hello, guys, and welcome to the round 19 footy bets. We're here with Jono. We're going to go through the last week, but it was actually a good week last week again. Like, even though, like, it's just crazy, despite all these, look at all these misses, right? But you got to remember, 3 of them are from game 9, and then they're kind of alternating. So we hit game 1, we missed 2, 3, or 4, but then we hit 5, we hit 6, we hit 8. So there were a couple there with the bonus bets, which is fantastic.
Yeah, good week. Very good week.
Like, this is very misleading because that game 9 was rough. That West Coast Port game, Connor was injured, Burgoyne didn't get anywhere near it, and Drew. Wait, why have I got Will and Drew there? Oh, I fucked up the last. I just see I've got Connor, Burgoyne, and Drew all for 16 posies, but Burgoyne got like 9, Drew got I think 13 or something, but they all missed. So just ignore that bit there. But well, speaking of, actually, we can see Burgoyne there, and I don't know if you guys saw over the media at the start of the week, Burgoyne and Wanganeen Miller, copped a lot of shit for missing their posse bracket, and I just thought it was we thought it was a good opportunity to just say here, because we do betting and stuff like that. It's no matter what happens at the end of the result, 1, it's not the player's fault. 2, you shouldn't go message players anything bad or like racist.
We know that it's no one in our community.
No. Like, and I feel like, because we were talking about it, I'm like, oh, do we say anything? But because like every chat here, all the comments here in the YouTube section are great. Like, all the people here are just like, oh damn, this guy missed, or thanks for the video, thanks for the advice. But I just thought, it's like, while we cover the topic, obviously goes without saying that don't message heinous shit to players because they missed, because these guys are stars at the end of the day, and if you are betting, it's money that you should be comfortable losing.
Yeah, you should be happy to lose that money. It sucks when you lose. It can be frustrating, but and we know that it's no one in our community doing it. But yeah, if people that outside our community that are doing that, like, don't fucking bet.
No, and as you're saying, outside the community, like everyone who's commenting on the videos, liking it, just thank you, because it really means a lot. Because I feel like awful when our bet misses. Like, Sam Darcy kicking 1 last night, and Archie Roberts having a stinker. It's like, I'm recommending these players because I watch so much footy, and I feel guilty, and I feel like I could cop shit for the picks then I select. It's like, why did you pick Sam Darcy? But it's just like, oh, it's just annoying that this guy hits. Like, we're all, yes, it's frustrating. We're all in the sort of same boat, and we can share our frustrations without being pieces of shit, which I really like. So thank you to everyone.
Yeah, and to the community, like we love the Discords. I love jumping into the Discords. Maybe I'm Johnny Goodspeed here in there. So if you don't, but I love jumping in there and having a chat to everyone. It's great, especially when I'm watching a game by myself. Love it.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And just maybe a good time to plug it, because people join the Discord. I have it linked in the YouTube, but I don't really plug it that much here. Like, because half the time I'm either I can't chat, or I don't like chatting and watching the game as much. I'll usually chat maybe at halftime or quarter time, but I'll usually be fixated in the game. But yeah, it is great to see everyone chatting in there, and so anyone who wants to join or likes chatting footy, yeah, the Discord will be in the YouTube about section, so you can click that. I just realized we had the old games in here, so we have updated that. But anyway, the first game was Carlton Brisbane. That one was a hit, thankfully. Probably the only player to really just note from the miss was Ollie Hollands, because he played halfback for half the game, and then he played on wing for half the game. So he's actually listed as a follower for this game coming up. Obviously, don't really believe the team sheets. But Adam Sard's back. Ollie Hollands has played in the back line like all year. I don't think there's much reason to be too concerned. But I still like him either way. And he got 21 posies, so just a change. If he can still hit it on the wing, that's fine. Otherwise, everyone was good. Anyone you want to mention, Jono, or we can just rip through these?
Nah, let's rip through them. If we hit, I'm not too fast.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just talk about the misses. I had another game. They're all sorted now, I swear. But anyway, game 2, Gold Coast versus Collingwood. Steel side bottom. He's been great all year, and like, yes, Tom Mitchell's back, but that doesn't really worry me because still side bottom plays on the wing. But even still, like, he was just nowhere near it. And Pendlebury was a sub for half the game, and then Pendlebury came in and scored more than still side bottom, which is,
yeah. But wasn't it funny that once Pendlebury came inside, he got like,
he did pick up. He was on like what 7 or 8 or something, and then got 5 or something. So
yeah, I'm not scared off by not betting on side bottom if the value's there. But now Tom Mitchell's back out of the team again.
Yeah, only reason I'm hesitant on him just because if someone misses their bracket by like that much, and I was hesitant for Steel Sidebottom for like 20, but I was like, 18 popped up. I feel like that's pretty achievable, but I don't know.
We might be able to get him for 15 this weekend, so let's check that out. But,
yeah, if he's good price. But otherwise, everyone else there I was very comfortable with. So yeah, we're just going to rip through, just talk about the misses. James Peatling.
Pulp shoulder.
Yeah, I feel like I could give him the out with the...
I'm giving him the out because that would have fucking hurt.
No, you're too nice. But to be fair, I think he wasn't on track before that anyway. So yes, he did have a bit of time on the bench. And then playing the rest of the game sore. But even until I think that sore shoulder in the third, I don't think he was hitting. His time on ground was 63%, which is, like his worst for the year. So give him that. I'm happy to go Peatling again. Gets a lot of the footy. Rankin will have to play a little bit more forward because of no Rochelle. So yeah, I think Peatling's still fine to go from here, even though he missed by a bit.
Yeah.
On to the next game, which is... so here we had a couple of misses in a row. It was looking bad, but then we turn it around. Anyway, Connor Iden, I'm almost positive that's his first miss for the year. But for anyone who did watch that, you'll notice he was on Jeremy Cameron for like the whole game. Actually, it's Connor Iden's second miss of the year. He missed Melbourne in that one at the MCG. But yeah, so having to play on Cameron, he could have taken more opportunities, but he didn't really run and look for any options. If he's playing on Cameron, he's got Lockie Ash, Lockie Whitfield to do all the running, and Harry Himmelberg was in the back line as well. So yeah, Connor Iden.
For those who watched the pleasure of the Essendon GWS game on Thursday night, they would have seen he popped off with like a 22 or 23. So yeah.
And it's sometimes he got 21 in that game, but it's sometimes I got to try and not worry too much about the opposition, because Connor Iden against Essendon, I was like, all right, the ball's hardly going to be down there. GWS are going to pump him by 100, but yeah, 21 posies. Like, that's just what Iden can do. So
there is games where you got to think about that, but yeah, anyway.
Last one there was Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly, he's out.
Head knock.
Yeah, head knock. But again, it's kind of like Peatling. He came back, played. So like, I don't want to give him too much of an out, just because if he's playing the rest of the game, like, I feel like he should be hitting. He had 85% time on ground, and 15 for like a winger is fine, but for Josh Kelly, I was really expecting 18, 20 plus to play on the wing there. So someone to consider and see what they're paying next time. But is he out this week? Do you know? Question without notice. If you don't know, that's all good.
Yeah, Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
Play on Thursday.
Oh yeah, duh. It's they've already played. Anyway, game 5, we finally get our second win. I was super annoyed about this, right? Because on the video, I show my Saturday bets, and then by the time Saturday came around, I put my bonus bet onto it, and I forgot I didn't actually place my original bet. So this would have got up with the original bet I placed, which is the system I do all the time, and I was like annoyed I didn't do it, maybe because I was focused on betting on the other game that Saturday night, which I have forgotten.
Freo. Hawthorn Freo.
Yeah, that one. This one was interesting because Nathan Broad...
It was terrible. It wasn't interesting. It sucked.
No, I watched maybe the first quarter of this and then tapped out.
I had to fucking tune in because I watch out for Nathan Broad the whole fucking...
Yeah, I know. Jono was watching Nathan Broad and I tapped out. I'm like, I'm not watching that shit. Nathan Broad thankfully started out like a house on fire, and there was a play where he got like 4 posies in 3 minutes or something. And then apart from that, barely sided. But it's hard to argue with his stats though. Like a 13 for him is one of his lower posi games. I think he's hit all games this year but one. So these players in the 12 and the 10 posi bracket, they're not ball getters. They're not hungry. They will
know. That's why I don't like betting them.
Yeah. Well, you'll see our bets coming up later in the video.
I know. But it's just like it's just like watching that game. It was just like, he's never going to touch it. He's never going to touch it. He's never going to touch it. And then all of a sudden it's like bang, bang, bang. And like, oh, fuck, we got it.
It is. Yeah. I still think it's fine and there's value in it. It's just a different style of like backing a player, because everyone who's new to this, or everyone who's bet for ages, you'll know you've had 15, 20, 25 posi brackets. So to bet on someone who's in a low posi bracket, it just feels weird, because like the players you bet on, are going to get the footy, but someone who just fucking like stumbles across it, it's very odd. But anyway, this game all hit. Sam Durham just hit, and then actually had a stinker. Another.
We got off him at the right time.
Yeah, but we'll mention that in the next one. And then here we go. We have the other win on the Saturday night as well, the better of the 2 games. Everyone
Oh,
here,
that was Joshy Battle was the only worry on that one.
yeah, he hit actually late, but then got, I think, 2 kickouts in the last like minute and a half. But the thing is, I think he was on 13 for, what was it, like 12 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go of the last
Oh
quarter.
yeah, we're like, we've got this easy.
Yeah, we
And
got this
then
easy, and then
to
it's
go,
just,
we're like, fuck.
I know. So he,
That's the risky run with these key defenders, low possession guys. Like, unless the ball, they're not hunting the ball has to come to them. So
and then thankfully the ball did come to him, a couple of kickouts, and all is well. But yeah, could have been an annoying miss. Sunday game, Melbourne versus North Melbourne. Jake Bowie, it's really annoying because he's been one of my favourite players this year just for the 20 posi bracket. And then obviously now these 18, 16 posi brackets have come in. I was like, oh great, I can take him for way less risk. That 16 is flattering because he could have easily finished that game on 14. He got 2 in like the last minute.
it's probably some of that side bottom. I do not like him. Like, he didn't look like he wanted to get near the ball. It would look really damning. So
the thing is, I've just seen a lot of Bowie. I've seen him get 20 posies and a half, so he's got a lot of brownie points.
One thing we did speak about when we were watching the game was that Stephen May he's a fiend for a mark the ball, kick sideways to a Bowie, kick sideways to a Salem, kick sideways to a Lever. Without him there, it's fucking Tom McDonald, and Tom McDonald can only do one thing, and it's kick it 60 meters down the line. That's it. So
yeah, Stephen May's just got a little bit more precision. I mean,
he's happy. Stephen May loves to keep the ball in his team's hand, while Tom McDonald's happy to give the fucking ball back.
Yeah. So someone we're not writing off. I was very tempted to include this week, but you'll see in the coming bets I haven't. But yeah, I wouldn't write him off. The St Kilda Sydney game. This one actually hit last second because Jack Sinclair. I thought he was going to have a much bigger game with Wanganeen Miller with the tag. Like, there was so much hype around that tag. Wanganeen Miller missed by 1, which, I mean, for just the guy who abused Wanganeen Miller, abused him for 25. Like, you are not watching footy if you think he was going to get 25 freely. Like, there was all signs of him copping the James Jordan tag.
Anyway, and everyone knew it was coming. And it was the first time he's really been tagged. So
yeah, anyway, the point is, I thought Sinclair was going to really sort of step up, take more kickouts and stuff. He did play up the ground a lot, but that's what Sinclair does.
Hey, he still hit.
He still hit, but man, it was close. He got, I think, a handball or 2 just near the end. So very close, but yeah, still hit. And this was the shittest ending to the week, and I stopped watching as soon as Connor had that finger thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And Burgoyne was looking not close. There was a lot to ask for this to play catch up, but yeah, once Connor was out, it's all done. So this one was shit. I feel like
turf that.
Turf that. That was garbage. That's like probably we've had maybe like 2 of these real shit ones, and the last one I can recall was like the Hawthorn Adelaide game, months ago now, where a lot of players missed. So it's very rare we have a bet slip like that with 3 misses.
Yep.
Moving on to the bets for this round, we have the first game of Saturday, game 3, which, I mean, looking at the form guide here, I already like, and, I don't want to get too, invested with the bet already, but when you sort of see here the green and green players that are sort of comfortably above their bracket, I like. The one who's here lowest above their bracket, who's still averaging 3 more than what we're asking them for, is Kane Farrell, and there's no Connor Rosie, there's no Ryan Burton or anything, so he's going to take most of the kickouts.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with that one.
Yeah, no, I really like Kane Farrell there. Impey, I think he missed like his first maybe month of hitting his bracket, but he has just turned that around.
Since he's had that kid, he's just fucking sending it. So.
Yep. Yeah.
And he's a weekend away from the kids this weekend. He's down in Tassie. He's well rested.
Yep. Well rested. He's going to party hard. But no, that'll be good. And Josh Ward, actually, so he had his first miss 2 weeks ago when Warple came back, and I was originally a little concerned, but what has helped me this week is Cam Mackenzie's out. So that's someone taking a couple of midfield minutes.
From all the chat in the media, it sounds like Hawthorn's going to move on from Cam Mackenzie at the end of the year. So.
Yeah, it's not looking great for him, but anyway, Josh Ward I do like, and for that price is fantastic. So he's someone who's been getting 20s of late. Yes, Ward is back. Newcomb's playing well. Warple is back, and Newcomb's playing well. But yeah, I still really rate Josh Ward to get 16 as one of your on-ball mid followers. I think that's great. Yep. Last one, D'Ambrosio on the wing there. He was All-Australian last year, started the year off slow, but as you can see from his 10-game form, only missed 1. And yeah, all these players are averaging 3 or more over than like the bracket here. and Kane Farrell, like I said, taking the kick out. So anyone that... Oh, actually, I'll just talk a couple more players and I'll pass on to you, Jono. But Jack Gunston for 10 posies, I actually really liked, and especially after watching Sam Darcy last night, I think I'm just kind of over the goal scorers. And what's great is for the forwards, 10 posies is not much, but they are targets so many times. And just watching Darcy marking it 70, 80 meters from goal and being the next kick in, and not to mention being kicks in the forward line as well, but they are targets. So the point is, Jack Gunston, his 2 misses here have been 8 and 9 posies. He's averaging 2 more than what we need him to, which is actually a lot when you compare.
They've got, it's Mitch Lewis back in his first game, so and Charles Royce is gone.
Yeah, so I think just Gunston for 10 is very tempting, and believe me, I had him in consideration. I think I just like bona fide ball getters more, but I feel like a Jack Gunston or like a forward, like a Riley Thilthorpe, Sean Darcy, I'm trying to think of others off the top of my head, I think a great value, especially when they're 8 out of 10.
Yep.
Finn McGuinness, I've highlighted, and you're probably like, what the fuck? But he has had his stint as a sub for a while. When he's not the sub, he can... It's 12 posies for Finn McGuinness. And
it's just risky.
It is risky. I've highlighted him for the value here. Like, look at that, 9 out of 10, $1.28. I haven't included him, but there is definite good signs there, good value. I don't think I've highlighted anyone from the 14 plus. There's a lot of, players that are just under $1.20. You know what? I can't believe I haven't. Should highlight Josh Battle for 14 again. He's 1 cent off a price that I like.
1 cent more would probably have gone.
Yeah, actually. I do like Josh Battle there. Do you want to speak anyone from the 15? I can just pass to you for a bit. There's a lot of good value here.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a lot of these guys we've already included in our bet. Sicily, since the Weddle's gone out, I think that's pretty much the last 2 games. We are seeing that he's starting to get a bit of ball back, right? So starting to look a bit better for Sicily. Probably a couple of more cents more we would be including him is just that $1.18. But Jack Ginnivan actually looks in really good form. As a Collingwood fan, you're like, well, fuck, where was this? And then Brozio looks great. Willem Drew off a miss, don't hate it. Especially now, I really like it now with the outs.
Yeah, with no Hornet, Rosie. Like, Rosie doesn't impact Willem Drew at this point in time, but I feel
no
like just
Hornet.
that...
Well, yeah, it's the no Hornet, the no Rosie could replace Hornet in there. Well, that's not going to happen. So it's Willem Drew and Butters.
Yeah.
And Wines.
Yeah, so definitely rate those guys. And just for players who are going to be around the ball, like, at stoppages, 15 should be, that's what they should be averaging.
Probably we'll get the Newcomb matchup, but it won't be like a hard tag or anything. Yeah. So.
No, I really like Willem Drew. I think he's just slow start to last week really put me off. He might have been on like 5 at halftime or something. So I just have a little bit of bad taste in my mouth.
This is a classic Ken Hinkley fight. Like, this is like the rivalry with these two, the Ginnivan shit, all that stuff. Like, this is a Ken Hinkley fire the boys up one more time kind of thing.
No, I think so. There's same for Burgoyne too. Like, Burgoyne's played just a lot on the wing this year, and he did have a little bit of a stint halfback early when obviously there was no Dan Houston, and they were trying to find that role or like who's going to play there. Obviously it's now Connor. So with him out, maybe Burgoyne goes back, and the reason I haven't included him is because I think he's great for 15 on the wing, but you'd think he'd be better in the half-back line, but just that 9 last week.
The only thing is, would scare me off him today would be purely that it's in Tassie and it's going to be blowing a gale, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true. There's
like
another
wing,
thing.
I could see it's just going to be none of these like sideway kicks because it's too windy. Just get it fucking forward. Well, let's see. As you can see here, we've gone for backmen and midfielders. Don't have a problem with that.
Backmen are guaranteed to sort of get it there. And the other point with Burgoyne is Liddy, since he's come in, Burgoyne's posies have sort of like dropped a bit, like 15, 15, 9. I think Liddy's played now for a month, so he did get a 20 with his first game. But the guy who wears like the long sleeves on his legs or whatever, he's getting a lot of it on the wing there, so maybe taking a bit of Burgoyne's role. So I just want to see where he plays. I want to bet on someone who I know where they're going to be playing, not kind of a guess.
The other one, just to factor in, it is going to piss down.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank fuck I'm not doing any goal scorers.
Sorry?
Thank God I'm not doing any goal scorers.
Yeah, 100% chance of rain, and it's not even like a little bit of rain. Like, well, even Brisbane had quite a lot, but not even that. It's going to make that look like a baby shower. Like,
Yeah.
It's
No,
gonna bloody absolutely piss down today. So
no, nice. Well, hopefully it's still good to watch. The 16 posi bracket is much of the same, but just with the addition of Bergman coming off a miss. Bergman, with all the outs and stuff in the mid, he should be helping out on ball there. He is listed in the back line, but Bergman can, like you can see here, he's had a couple of games over 20 plus. I like.
they played him. They played him forward last week,
Yeah,
and then I think it was now the outs chuck him back in. So.
yeah. So I highlighted him. Very bullish on him, but I just like the other players more. Sicily have got highlighted. Impy, the same players. Was there anyone else? No, it's all the same.
Now we get to the next bracket where we start to see some new faces.
Exactly. Warple, one of them. I was more bullish on him earlier, but yeah, sure, you could go for him now.
I don't know what you think of, like. Yes, he's doing his job and stuff, but it's almost like his early season form. Like, look at that, like earlier on, like the 22, 24. And now I know they had the outs and stuff then, but I feel like he's almost tapped out. He knows he's not going to be there next year. So.
Well, I think just to give him just maybe a slight benefit of the doubt, I think one of those games was where he was taken off early, because I usually don't include...
sorry, he did get subbed. He did get subbed.
But the thing is, I don't usually include injuries in the form guide I do, but I have included that Bulldogs one where he got subbed off. Was it? Anyway. But yeah, the Saints game he actually missed, and then in the Dockers loss, he just got 22. So
yeah,
highlighting him there. Jai Newcomb, who's found a bit of form, but can be a little quiet. Hopefully, there's no crazy Burgoyne or Bergman or Drew tag. Amon, I like. He has had just a couple of close misses. Yeah, great. Yeah, good price, but the 7 out of 10 just worries me, but his last 3 games averaging 28 posies, so yeah, I
feel like every time we bet on him, he fucking misses. So
yeah, well, I had my fun with Amon earlier in the year, and he was hitting just like non-stop for like $1.40, but yeah, he had a bit of a rough patch. 22 Ollie Wines, I really like. He is probably one of like the least sexiest players just in the mid. You don't even notice him. He's behind Butters, Hornet, Rosie and stuff, but with no Hornet and Rosie, Wines will have to be there in the mid.
Honestly, yeah, like I was ragging on him when we were off air a bit, but it's 10 out of 10, so it's a green 10 and $1.20, so it's in our betting bracket, and there's also injuries to that team that favour him.
Yeah,
so
it's funny because the
3 ticks there.
The only I really like it. The only reason I
think we've got better value. I feel safer with our other picks there.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I really like him. I was just looking at his last month of form, and where he's only like just getting over what I'm wanting. I usually like a player who's getting
The other thing though is the wet. I feel like that suits him more.
Yeah, I do like Wines, but yeah, again.
Whoa, yeah, okay. If I was to include someone else, guys, it would be Ollie Wines, but yeah.
That is, this is not the John I was speaking to off camera, off air.
Yeah, I'm a two-faced man.
Yeah. You didn't include Wines. What the fuck? No.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zach Butters for 25. Yeah, I would rather just sort of go Wines, just a bit more consistency, I guess. But Butters, ever since he's been back this year, I think he's just had that one miss. And
if there's any reason to include a Finn tag today, it would be on Butters, because I feel like you shut down Butters, you're going to... Like, Port only win this game if Butters gets 38 touches.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Goal scorers, I've highlighted a couple here, but I'm tapped out of the goal scorers. And if you said it's going to be wet weather, then I have even less interest.
Mm-hmm.
So, happy to move on to the next one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, cool. Game 4. Let me open it up and go to the next tab. Here we go.
Sydney
versus North. Oh, Jono's saying, because I've had... when you're watching this, I'll probably have to cut a fair bit of stuff, but I fucked this up like 4 times now. Anyway, so the Sydney versus North game, everyone here, I think I just really... The thing is, I love these bets when I see him, and then something will happen. But look, Chad Warner for 18, he's missed 1 by 17. Brody Grundy is causing arguments.
And I love feasting upon the carcass of a shit ruckman.
Not even just a shit ruckman, like, not to be rude, like Callum Coleman-Jones, he's had 3 games
he's not
in 2
going to play
years.
ruck. Isn't it another kid?
No, I'm pretty sure he's the ruck, isn't it? Or maybe I'm wrong, because I know he's a forward, but he's helping out with Cherry, so...
that makes me even like it more. I thought it was some other kid playing his first game in the ruck.
No, have a quick look while I just ramble on the next one. McInerney missed 1 by 1 posie. Caleb Daniel has missed 1 by 2 posies, and I've been very bullish on him.
Right, it is. It's Coleman Jones. Coleman Jones is just back off at Achilles too, isn't he?
I know. So, and Brody Grundy is in All-Australian form, and he's causing so much like arguments and chaos because everyone's like, there's no way he can be all Australian but like he has just been popping off his last 2 months, huge against.
If he continues at this form, he has to.
Yeah, so I think he is one of the hot players, and that's why you can see if someone in the plus or minus. He's only +2, so yes, he is like not. He's averaging 20, right? And usually I like a little bit more of a buffer, but someone on this form versing fucking Coleman Jones, like, come on, like.
Yeah, and the reason that we've got like usually your ruckman, you're looking at that +15 bracket. This is a different story. Here,
exactly. Yep. This is fucking big Grundy. Caleb Daniel, I mentioned, his job is to be the kicker, like distributor, even with Colby McKercher.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. He's had that one miss, but I like him. That's the only reason he's in the team. And Isaac Heaney. So just
Heaney to feast.
Yep, Heaney to feast. Trust me, I was umming and ahhing over Isaac Heaney for $1.28, 9 out of 10, and this is a good transition to our 10 plus because I was thinking Will Haywood for 10 posies, 10 out of 10. He had a couple of quiet games to start the year, but as you can see, he's hit for his last 10 games. He's versing North Melbourne at SCG. There's like no Papley. I just think Will Haywood will get, almost, I don't know. I don't want to go too crazy, but I think he's just going to get 13, 14, 15. Very tempted. The only reason Heaney trumped that for me was because, like, the superstar name. Like, Heaney is a beast, and he's going up against North. So.
And against North Melbourne, who won't tag.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll use the Will Phillips.
Yeah, I was going to say Will Phillips is there, but yeah, come on. I don't know if they'll actually tag. Nah. I've highlighted Paul. Yeah, anyway, just Will Haywood, I'm very bullish on. I
like it. I really like that. Cool.
Because also, you got to remember, he's 3 over what we're asking him to average. I'm thinking of adding an extra column because sometimes this is a bit deceiving, right? So 3 over what we're asking him to average of 10. That's like, like, do you say that as like 130% or whatever it is? If you're averaging 3 more than the 10 posi bracket, that's a lot better than 3 more in like, the 20, 25 posi bracket.
I know what you mean. So like percentage over the bracket.
Exactly. Yeah. So 3 more is a lot. It scales a lot more. So that's why this yellow 2.8 is actually kind of a bit deceiving. That should be a green. Something to work on. Anyway, Paul Curtis, great form. 2 in the is popping off. No. The Pinkster is popping off. I really these players here, they're good value for 10, but as we complained about Nathan Broad, it's just hard backing players.
Also, the Pinkster, like, you can see it's borderline, right?
Exactly.
It's not like the Broad where it was like, oh, he's getting 2 above it. This is like, yeah.
And that's why, bullish on Haywood, who's averaging 13 in his last 10 compared to the Pinkster, who's just 10. So, Yep. No one in the 12 posi bracket. Wicks Hardman, I don't like. Yep. No, I'm not really bullish on him. Cooper Hart, no. Anyway, let's look at the 14 and 15 simultaneously. We can talk about them. So this one's kind of interesting. I've highlighted Matt Roberts. Great.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say great for the first, 80% of his games. But since he has moved to the wing, I wouldn't touch. But I'm highlighting him because he's great value here. So,
and he's fallen into that sub-risk bracket almost in a way, sort of thing.
Yeah. So the thing is, I like Matt Roberts. I thought he would, ever since what's his name, Mills has come back, it's made Matt Roberts' role a bit up in the air. Like Jono said, getting subbed or if he's playing on the wing. But the point is, I'm just highlighting because you could not get Matt Roberts for this price usually. So
yeah, and then the other one, probably similar to that fact, Dylan Stephens has lost that midfield role kind of thing.
Well, no, he was kind of half back, and you can see his half back role there was amazing. And as soon as Colby McKercher comes back, look, he's averaging just under 15. He's averaging 14 in his last 3. So
yeah, it's really dried up, hasn't it, for him? So
yeah, so just for those people who don't watch all the games, the green here might be very tempting, but you just got to remember or know where they're playing. The 15 posi bracket will go down. Jai Simpkin, look, he's had 1 stinker, and off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure that was the Freo game where he got 11 posies. But aside from that, your captain, your midfielder, the high half forward, they should be getting 15 no matter what. So if he's had 1 bad game, there's no reason to not back him. I'm actually just quickly checking right now if he's missed any more than that. No, he's only had 1 miss this year for the 16 posi bracket. 15. Yeah, actually, I like Jai Simpkin there.
Yeah.
Matt Roberts, I didn't quite highlight for 15 plus. I know it looks. I mean, if I'm highlighting him for 14, I could highlight for 15. I don't know. I just don't like his current role. Dylan Stephens, same deal. 16 posi bracket, Jake Lloyd will be playing there on the wing, every chance to hit, and he's someone who probably benefits off the 16 posi bracket just because he's been no value for 15 for months, but one extra posi, he jumps into a good price. So Simpkin, same deal. Do you want to talk about anyone from the 18, 20 plus?
No, I think, well, you can see there we've gone the Chad and we've gone the Grund and we've gone, well, so which bracket did we take McInerney in, the 18 plus?
18 plus, yeah.
Yeah, that's the bet. That's the bet there, isn't it, really? So, like, and we've spoken about those three already, and there's like very much like Grundy. I think like obviously you guys are aware. I love when there's a toasty ruck matchup in there. There's good value in rucks when there's a big mismatch, I think. So, and we've got one today for sure. We've got the most informed ruckman in the league against the guy who isn't a ruckman.
Yeah. So yeah, all the signs are pointing to that, and you've been very good on those calls all year. I think there was like only one miss, and it was like the Richmond ruck who's like hardly played. Otherwise, most of the time that's been.
We didn't bet that one in the end of it.
No, that was just a sort of a piss take. But like I think every time we've called it or mentioned it, it's done well. 20 plus posi bracket. Highlighted Tom Powell, and look, I'm very close to highlighting LDU. If he gets over $1.18 or something in this bracket, I'll take. But you just have to be considerate of the James Jordan tag. But he's coming off concussion, and look, I don't know how intense the tag's going to be. It's against North, right, at SCG. But I'm just saying, someone who gets that much of the footy, even if he is getting some Jordan attention, I think he's every chance for 20 plus.
I could see that there's three players I don't know, like in my opinion, there's three players that could cop the tag today.
Mm-hmm. Please don't say anyone in the back line. Or you're going to make McKercher, maybe?
Yeah. McKercher's like Caleb's doing his thing, but he's not doing the damage that McKercher's doing with the ball. I think they could look at McKercher. I feel like I'm in such...
Oh, you go. Yeah, McKercher.
They were going to look at Sheasel and they're going to look at LDU.
Yeah, I think so too. It kind of depends also where Sheasel plays, but if he's out of that stupid half forward role, and he probably is because he's $1.19 for 22 plus, he could definitely be an option. Colby McKercher, I don't know. Actually, have I mentioned everyone here? Tom Powell, Daniel, Luke Parker highlighted. He's had 2 misses this year for North, so playing against his old side, really rate. But I think it's
going to be McKercher. Look at his form.
Yeah, his form has been popping off. Quick little side point. This is what I mean. Luke Parker's averaging 2.7 more in the 20 plus posi bracket, and Will Hayward's averaging like 2.8 more. So that's just thing I wanted to mention. Isaac Heaney we're bet on, who I've included. Justin McInerney we're bet on, but we can just be a little bit safer and ask for 18.
Sorry, just on your point. So you're like really for fair comparison, Luke Parker would need to be averaging like 5 to 6 more.
I think that's how it works. Yeah. So I want to do another bracket of like a scaled percentage or how I don't know how to figure it out right now, but I think I'll do that after this video.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Errol Goulden, he is a decent price now, getting a lot of it on the wing. Actually was kind of quiet in that St Kilda game, but 23 posies in a quiet game, I think is very good. So against North, where the wingers are going to be Dylan Stevenson and I was thinking Darcy Tucker. He hasn't played all year. Who else is playing? Anyway, Errol Goulden.
Sorry, just one back in the 20. McInerney, if you're really like, we can get him at great value for 18. There's a reason we've gone at him at 18. Like 20, that is very good value still.
It is very good value. As John was saying, the 18 posi bracket is already value enough. $1.33. Love that.
Why risk it for more?
Yeah. Because that has been very consistent.
Like 9 out of 10. Like if you just wanted to go, no, I just want to reduce my bets. Like don't have to have 5 legs. You just want to one leg less. Fuck, it's not the worst one.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
No, not bad. Mentioned everyone here. LDU, just careful of the tag, but again, we'll see. Colby McKercher I've highlighted. I feel like I'm in the. I haven't highlighted LDU because of that tag factor. Just worries me a little bit. But he's green out of green, so there. That's why. Colby McKercher. He's getting a lot of it, but I feel like I'm in the minority where I feel like he's just not as damaging. I feel like he just gets it, hacks.
Oh, you think he's not as damaging? I think he's a break the lines kind of guy.
Oh, really? I think just he's a big accumulator, and there's been plenty of times where he'll maybe get a handball received from like a stoppage, and usually players will then handball one more time, so the player who receives the ball has a free kick, but he will grab it, zigzag, try and turn around, and I just think he's just doing a lot. I don't know.
Oh yeah, his budget Wanganeen Miller.
Oh.
Budget.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like no one else mentions it, but Colby McKercher's just a high posi game. I just don't know if it's that efficient. But Anyway,
That's why I think it's just like a classic. If they're unsure about the LDU tag, because I don't think Jordan to LDU, I think it's too big of a difference. Like we've seen in the past, Jordan does better when they're a bit smaller. He loves the Nick Dacos's, the Lockie Neals, those type of guys. Even though Nick Dacos shredded him, but Lockie Neal is like the perfect matchup for him.
Just had to throw that in.
Yeah. Colby McKercher though, and then Jordan's been lining up on the half forward flank. Like it's just half back, first half forward, easy.
And LDU's coming off like a concussion game, so.
And if you're Sydney, why do you need to tag LDU? Your midfield's better.
Yeah.
Just go head to head in the midfield and then take away one of their weapons.
Yep. So. No, that's a good point. Actually, at that rate, I would almost be tempted to just highlight LDU. Maybe not to bet on, it hasn't quite got me over the line, but just someone good value.
But you got to factor in as well, kind of like when you play Carlton, like Sydney's going to dominate that fucking midfield ball. So.
You'd hope so, yeah.
Especially when Grundy's going to be putting it down their throats.
Goal scorers, you'll notice here, there's a lot of players, like, I don't track these players' stats. Like, Braden Campbell, $1.36. What world am I living in? So that's why there's a lot of zeros, just because I'm not going to bet on them no matter what anyway, so I haven't tracked their stats. Paul Curtis, yeah, $1.18. I'm not... Cam Zerha, this was interesting. Look at this. At $1.85, he is 8 out of 10 for 2 goals in his last 10. That's kind of like...
Well, it's him and Curtis, really, isn't it? Oh, Larky. Did Larky get back, sorry?
I had it open on my
Question without notice. I've got it here.
Nick Larky is still out, so it'll be Zerha as every chance. Even
and Zerha and Curtis, then.
Yeah, and even though it is against Sydney, at Sydney, like, form... North are one of the shittest teams this year, so he's kicking 2 on decent teams.
I think, and like our rule kind of is nothing below $1.20 for a goal.
Yeah, I'm so tapped out of goal scorers at the moment anyway. I just haven't had that much luck. Anyone you want to talk about? We go to the next one?
No, not really. Like I was just saying that nothing below. Like Chad's there. I know he's 5 out of 10. Even Paul Curtis, I don't like. If he was a couple of cents more, you'd be like, yeah, I'd do that. 9 out of 10. But
yeah, not quite there, unfortunately. Game 5, we have the Carlton Melbourne game. This is another one that I really like, and I was just
two-factor.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I don't know. There were so many other options I wanted to include for this one. Max Gawn was one. Harvey Langford was one. But I just think one that I just couldn't get past. And I know Stephen May's back. I know, is Jake Lever's out though too, so that actually helps him. But Tom McDonald.
Oh, the blaster. Yeah, we got
the blaster. So Jono's saying he blasted down the line. I don't care what. Exactly. Doesn't matter where he kicks it, what he does. He hasn't missed 12 posies all year, and he's 2 cents off $1.20. $1.20 I'm taking, and so if he's just 2 cents less and hasn't missed all year, sure. And it's against Carlton, so Carlton's mid are pretty good. They're going to have inside 50s. Carlton's forward line is a different story, though. So
Man hates to kick it below 30 meters.
Yeah.
Just give me the ball, and he's going to put his fucking studs.
Where do you want this one? Down the line? All right. So
you know they woof facade when he gets the ball? Well, fuck. So, Tommy Mitchell, you definitely know that's going to get sent.
Yeah. So anyway, Tom McDonald,
Tom McDonald, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. No matter who else was popping up, I just can't not back someone who hasn't missed all year when they're pretty much $1.20. Ollie Holland.
And also, let's talk about it, the averaging above your bracket kind of thing. Look at those numbers.
That's a great point. Averaging pretty much 4 above his bracket, and it's 12 posies, right? This is not 20. This is not 18. This is 12 posies we're asking, and he's averaging 4 more. That's crazy. Ollie Hollands, Adam Sard, and Sam Doherty, you could throw into that conversation, all sort of similar roles. The ball will probably no doubt be in Carlton's backline a lot. Ollie Hollands has been noted as a follower, which I found very odd. You can't trust the team sheets where players will play, but he did play a bit on the wing last week. Maybe it was a bit of prep for on ball. I don't know, but if anything, I feel like he might play on the wing a little bit more just because Fantasia's out. So the only concern is I don't think he is a shoo-in for 18, 20 plus like he has been over the last couple of months. I think he's just more in the 16. This is good value. I think he's still good value.
Oh, $1.30.
Yeah. Doherty and Sard, they'll get a bunch of it, have probably 4 kickouts each. And Petrarca, kind of similar just to the Tom McDonald rationale. He's 2 cents off a price that, we really like at $1.20. And his one miss was 17 posies, and that was the Port Adelaide game against where Bergman was on him, so can understand that miss. 22 is very achievable for Petrarca.
Yeah.
Pretty much they're all averaging 4. These guys are 3.8, so close over their bracket. I really like this one.
Yep.
Anyone you want to speak about for these early brackets? There's nothing really of value here. We can almost just skip these.
Spoke about Tom McDonald. Kate Chandler, he's been getting the sub a couple times.
It was really cool. We actually bet on Cade Chandler here where he got 18. And I was like, look, we've had our fun. That was for 10, mind you. So now he's gone up a bracket to 12. Yeah, his 2 misses have been 11. Actually, that's actually not bad. He's averaging 3.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad.
And they should get a bit of ball today.
The only reason I'm just not as confident is because I don't watch Cade Chandler as much. Like a lot of the players I'll bet on, I have my eye on them.
Same with Disco Turner to that matter. It's at forward, is it back? Every game it fucking changes. I don't want to touch it. So
yep. Charlie Curnow,
fuck it.
He is probably
put him in the Chol bin.
Nah, but it's funny because he has been probably in his worst form over the last month, right? Because he's kicked no goals in a month. The Coleman medalist is it not last year? That was Hogan. It was the year before. Anyway, he's a Coleman medalist. Has not kicked a goal in a month, but he is going up the ground, taking marks. He's having shots.
If there's ever a reason to include a goal kicker today, Joe.
Oh no! You haven't seen it yet. He's like $1.03, and he's. I was like, what? Yeah, it's so weird.
How can a guy who hasn't kicked a goal in a month be that shit?
I know. Can you imagine if you've been betting on him just for 1 goal for the last month at $1.03? Just.
Just sweeten my little multi there with a $1.04 leg.
Yeah. Oh god. Anyway, you'll see. That's why all the ones under $1.10 are all red. We don't bet on those plays. The risk there is just not worth it.
I don't hate Charlie Curnow in this.
Yeah, I don't hate him for posi wise.
I don't hate it for 12. I think that is pretty good. 9 touches.
I would like just a little bit more of a bracket there, but I mean, you can only ask for so much. You're either getting him for $1.42 or his posies would be higher. So I think it's a good price for what he can do.
Honestly, just going back to the tents. If you wanted a little sweetener, just I just want a little. I just need to get over that $3 mark. I'd check Curnow for 10. But
yeah, so when it gets to the orange category, that's when the risk versus the risk. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's better.
It's an easy way to wreck a multi. He could get injured or whatever.
Yeah, if you throw Xavier Lindsay for $1.01 and he's 8 out of 10 and just pops out a 6, that sucks.
It's Charlie Curnow though, Jack.
Oh, Charlie Curnow, yeah, no, Charlie Curnow, different story. I don't mind that. Yeah. 14 and 15 positive bracket.
I do have some guys to talk. Maxi Gorn, I like for 15.
Trust me, he was in my bet, but I took him out. Because I think McDonald and Petrarca were just safer.
Yeah.
Just because I think Mark Pitnett has something to prove. He is going to be their ruckman.
I did forget about Pitnett. I was like, he'll kill De Koning.
Yeah, well, De Koning is, I don't know what, he's playing in the forward line. He's not interested so, yeah, I think Max Gorn will step up. Is probably your point.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to speak
about? Nick Haynes has been a bit of a rock. He had that bad game 2 weeks ago, but he's been a bit of a rock down there, so he's been solid.
There's a lot of good options for this one. Look at that, 14 plus, $1.24. Great value.
Yeah. I wouldn't go any of the orange boys on that 15 bracket, but yeah.
Yeah, I think just asking for 1 more posi. It's not that much, but don't treat it as it's nothing. An extra posi is a decent amount, but for these guys who are just they're almost
they're
a
not
price.
Superstars, are they? So,
no,
yeah.
But here they go from a kind of good price to fuck yeah, great price. And what's great is they're still all 9 out of 10. Ollie Hollands has had 1 game that's been a 15 posi game, but apart from that, his lowest posi game has been 17 over the last 10. So, anyway.
Yeah. Are they 16s?
Yeah, so 16s. Harvey Langford, I really like. There's a lot of players I wanted to include in this one. Harvey Langford was one of them. Melbourne criticised for just constantly throwing Petrarca and Oliver into the mid. They're play the kids. Harvey Langford is one of those kids who'll be playing mid. We were just, there's a little hiccup. Harvey Langford, I think is great value there. And Melbourne, he should be playing around ball. So, like that one.
Yep.
Cosy Pickett, I've actually... Oh, sorry.
16 bracket, Kasaya. Pickett. I feel like we got turned off Kasai early in the season.
Well, he was copping a lot of attention, and against a bottom 16, I know Melbourne aren't that much better themselves, but I think this is where Cosy Pickett can really shine, especially at the MCG. I think he's every chance to hit. But that's kind of like a flash player. Like you're expecting them to have a
I know,
burst
and
game.
that's what he's every bit to get 15 touches or 14 touches in the first half, and then 1 touch in the second half, and you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
so for me, consistency trumps spark,
Yes.
and
that's why. Yeah, I think I've got. That's what I was going to say. I think there's a reason we highlight him, but I don't think we include him really much anymore.
Yep.
So
for us to include him, there would have to be these no other options. Like, yeah,
an injury would be interesting to their midfield.
Yeah, moving on to the 18 and 20 plus, Bowie, and don't get he is 7 out of 10, averaging 3 more. He got the 16. That was a bit of a stinker. I like a player coming off a miss. I like Bowie. Just the only reason I haven't included Bowie is because I feel like these options below are a lot better, a lot safer. But again, Bowie is very close there to being picked for me. Sam Doherty, one of the players we have included, like.
That's fucking incredible form for a guy that probably played his last season.
I know, and yeah, I feel like he does.
Like in fairness, we don't care about how well he plays. He's playing like shit, but he's still getting the ball.
Exactly, averaging 5 more than what we're asking. 9 out of 10. Like Sam Doherty, be taking probably 3-4 kickouts, so there's some free posies. Onto the 20 plus, we have Adam Chera as well, someone I almost included. He had an 18 where he had to play in the back line. The 17 was an actual miss. I think that was against North Melbourne off the top of my head, but if Chera has had 2 misses all year and one of them was because he was out of position, that's fine. His actual miss, it was against Port. Oh, that's right, where they got I think they got pumped in that one. That was the boring shitty Thursday game 2 weeks ago. Anyway, so Adam Chera to have sort of one bad game and he's $1.22. I like. Clayton Oliver, a bit of a basket case. Yeah, I just
especially in that midfield, like Carlton's going to dominate that ball. No way.
Clayton Oliver does get a lot of cheap, shitty handballs and loves to take advantage and play on. So I think he's every chance.
I have no idea what's going to happen with him.
Yeah, I'm not that bullish on Clayton Oliver.
It stinks of a guy on 1 touch at quarter time, and you're like, well, great.
Oh, didn't that happen like last week or the week before? He was on 1 touch.
What was it even last week? He was on. What was he on at half time? He was on something stupid, and then he couldn't even hit 20 or he hit 20 for 22.
Yeah. That's crazy, but I don't want to see some guy in my bet who's on 3 touches or something at halftime.
He's not even a flash player, but he's a classic he's on track, he's going to be fine, and then all of a sudden you're like, he hasn't touched the ball in an hour.
But what is good on the other side of that? Yeah, he it looks like he doesn't touch it, but he gets a lot of those shit tiny handballs in packs that don't look like they're anything, but they count them as handballs. So
yeah, the form's okay. It's just
similar to Clayton Oliver, Cripps coming off a Brownlow year and just completely different. Usually he would not even be value for 20 plus because he's just getting that much of the footy, but he's every chance to hit, but I just don't have that certainty.
No.
Christian Petrarca, I do though. I really like him. Adam Chera spoke about for 20 plus, same deal for 22. Petrarca as well for 25. Goal scorers, I'm just off goal scorers, so the answer is going to be very similar to each one. There's a couple of options here. You could go Van Ruin. Don't like him.
I don't like anyone there.
You could go Cozzy Pickett for 2. He's coming off a 1. But again, this is all kind of just, I feel like the goal scorers that I'll usually pick, like Sam Darcy last night, who, I'll die on that hill. Anyway, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. No. Anyone else you want to speak about?
If Kerner is going to kick 1, he's probably going to kick 2. That's all I'm saying.
And he's $1.50, and he hasn't kicked the goal in a month. What is going on?
If he doesn't kick a goal today, he has to get dropped.
Yeah, so. He's $1. Yeah, but their argument will be he's doing stuff up the ground. So
I don't give a shit.
That's why I like him.
His job's to kick goals. Before Pocket, if Bo McCreary, whose job really is there to lay tackles, doesn't kick a goal in a month, he's playing 2s.
Yeah. So. Anyway, so moving on to game 6, which we have here. So again, this is one I haven't placed yet because I don't have any of those bonus things yet, and I hope I remember to place this bet. We'll see how we go. But I really like this one. The thing is, I'm just going to say I wasn't that bullish on Nathan Broad last week. He only just hit. He had a patch where he got 4 posies and then didn't touch it for ages. But if you go through this whole list here and tell me where else there's better form, I'm happy to hear it. But as we go through this list, there is no one else of better value, and so Nathan Broad has twisted my arm to include him in the bet.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, and that was not a thing at you. That was just like a
no. I he got there in the end. So
yeah, and against. We'll go
Also,
through.
I would say, oh, actually, nah, yeah, I think he'll be fine.
We'll go through who I've included. Ryan Marrick for 16, not 15. So I've been bullish on Ryan Marrick for 15. His one miss is where he was subbed at 3/4 time. This is where he's been playing on the wing, right? Since he's been playing on the wing, he's still fine for 16. Yes, he's not.
Oh yeah, and look at the value; it's even better.
Yeah, it's huge. I really like Ryan Marrick. Sam Banks, I was a bit worried with Jaden Short coming back, but we're getting him for good value for 18, which is fantastic. So Sam Banks, yeah, run and gun. They want the ball in his hand a bit more. So be it. And Jacob Hopper for 22. He's had that one miss, which was
solid.
Yeah, I was very tempted for Hopper for 25, especially against the just depleted West Coast. But I feel like 22 is a bit safer there.
Just on Nathan Broad, last week he had a shutdown job on Caddy as well.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah.
And there's no West Coast, who's going to be you're not going to play a shutdown on anyone, are you?
No. And while we are speaking about Nathan Broad, he had 16 posies against West Coast in round 9 this year. So I have been a bit worried about Backman playing against West Coast, but I feel like Richmond are a little bit above West Coast. But the point is they're kind of it's not a top 4 side versus West Coast. This is bottom 2 teams having a clash. So I still like Nathan Broad. I've highlighted Ben Miller, Tyler Brockman just for value reasons, but I'm nowhere near as bullish on either of them just because I don't watch them or study them enough, but the stats don't lie. They've both had one miss and it's been 9 posies, so take that as what you will. 12 posie, only one there I like is Nathan Broad. Luke Trainer is someone I was just considerate of, but I just maybe a bit of a sub risk. I don't know at this point. Let's look at the 14 and almost. We'll go to the 16. We'll go to the 15 and 16 after this. But Ryan Marrick for 14 is actually still value. There's not many players for value in this game, and yet Ryan Marrick is good value in 3 brackets. So I'm just going to pause it here. You guys can have a look. There's no one else I really like. 15 and 16 here. Jack Ross is a bit of a roller coaster. He can have bad misses, but he can also have a good stint. So he's averaging 20 in his last month, but he should hit against West Coast. But I don't know. I like consistent players, and I just don't think he's been that consistent.
Yeah.
Ryan Marrick for 15, I was going to pick, but when there weren't that many options there, we can go down and select Ryan Marrick for 16 plus, which I think is fantastic value. Actually, someone to maybe highlight, Toby Dankervis, who's going up against Matt Flynn, who I have missed.
Oh, true. A bit of a ruck feast, but definitely on the cards.
Yeah. So. His bracket is non-existent. He's averaging, his plus minus, is pretty much bang on the bracket. So,
yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a weird, you can get him for 15's okay. I'd go 15.
Yeah. Highlight him there for 15.
I think that's definitely big. I'm surprised I missed that.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. Nathan Broad, I think just has better value. We've highlighted Jack Ross, Ryan Marrick, not much else here. Let's go to the 18-20. Liam Baker I've highlighted, but that stinker 11 posi game was where he was doing nothing in the back line there. And I'm just having a quick look who it was against. It was against GWS. Barely touched it. So what they did was in the last quarter, they threw him in the forward line, and he actually looked pretty good. Kicked a goal, hitting targets. I think maybe got 4-5 posies. And then so last week, he played the whole game in the half forward line. So,
which is terrible.
Which is terrible for betting. It's probably good for Liam Baker because he's kind of doing the Sheasel role, but the role isn't great when you're in a shit team. So you probably want the ball in his hands more. 18, I feel like if he's in the half forward line, is his ceiling. So I don't want to bet that for
we want the 35 off the half back. That's
exactly. And maybe speaking of someone off the half back, Sam Banks, that's where he's going to play. Yes, Short is there, Vlosten's there, but yeah, Sam Banks doing a great job. Ryan Marrick is actually good value in the 18.
I know, I saw that.
What the fuck?
You can get him when you can get him for really good value earlier on. Just take it.
Yeah, I'm really tempted. Just bet on Ryan Marrick in every bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
20 and 25, 20 and 22. Sorry, we've got Liam Duggan. We'll be taking a bunch of kickouts.
Nah, it's just the roller coaster again.
He's been a lot more consistent since playing half back. When he started on the ball or on the wing earlier in the year.
My worries are with Mini McWalter, we've just seen it you're going to go tag today.
Yeah, and you're he did that, I think, was it last week or the week before? But then he still hits or just got it. But anyway,
I'm just thinking of that game. Remember, he was on one touch at quarter time.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of Liam Duggan unless he's taken a bunch of kickouts.
If
But he's not.
for 15, I'd like it. 20, I'm just like, yeah, but you could just have that one quarter. I don't see you.
Yeah, have a check of his price for the 18 posi bracket as the game rolls around. If he bloats out, yeah, I'd be bullish on him for that. Hopper for 22, I feel like is great against, I don't know, who's in West Coast mid. It'll be Kelly's back, I know. What's the Hoff and Clay or something? I'm not that fully into West Coast mid. Oh, Harley Reid has been popping off too, actually.
Oh, yeah.
How to forget
My
him?
boy.
Oh, the thing is, you'll notice I didn't include Harley Reid because where is his value? If I go to 18 plus, he's $1.24, 6 out of 10.
Harley Reid was a great bet at 15.
And we have lost that at the moment. And he's not even there for 16 anymore. He's $1.08.
No.
What is going on?
He will go nut, and a lot of people have dumped on him today because they're like, "Oh, Harley Reid's been getting great touches against full-grown men, and now he's playing against teenagers this week, and he'll rack it up." But no, thank you.
Yeah, I have seen a bit from him, but Harley Reid just for his whole career has just been a great, forward midfielder, medium to high teens posi. He's only just breaking out into this 20 plus posi bracket now. Like, just we don't have to ride that wave at the moment.
Similar to Harley Reid, you probably noticed there, we have not highlighted Tommy McCarthy. His bracket's dead. He's no longer feasible.
And the thing is, so like $1.19, yeah, I like the price. But for someone who's played 4 games, his first game was amazing, second game too, but then his last 2 where he's getting
a 9th position is like chucked into the midfielder for the last quarter. Fuck off.
Yeah, so give me 2 months of how his footy goes, and then I'll reassess. We highlighted him like 2 weeks ago when his role was just purely kickouts and taking.
Yeah, if it was still you're the backline pig for sure, we would be going the 20. But yeah.
No.
No.
So give us a bit more form. If he starts, whatever he does over these next month or so, the footy will be over by then. But
for me to go him again in this the way he's playing right now, would have to go back to the 16 plus bracket. But yeah.
Yeah, well, if he was 18 plus, I'd be tempted. But yeah, he's $1.05. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
22, we spoke about Taranto, Hopper. Haven't highlighted McCarthy. 25, it's the same deal. Highlighted those same boys. If they're good for 22, they should be good for 25 against West Coast goal scorers. Yuck. I mean, no one is even 9 out of 10 on this list.
Nah,
what are we doing?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Look, there it is. If you guys want to have a bet, but I'm not even going to just bother talking about any of them. So.
Yeah.
Game 7. We're going to move on to Geelong versus Saints.
Beat down in
first game.
Geelong.
Yeah, first game of the Sunday. This would be a nice one to go to. You're going to see here. I haven't included Bailey Smith, although I'm very tempted to. Obviously, there's no. Marcus Windhager hasn't tagged in about a month, and I think it was.
Yeah, the tag has really gone out of form.
Yeah, I'm just going to speak about this because it all works. So I haven't included Smith, even though he's great price. He could get tagged. I've included Holmes, though. And Holmes, you're probably like, what the fuck? Why did you include him? He got tagged by Windhager in round 2 this year. But Bailey Smith didn't play in that game, right? So who they're going to tag? Holmes. Not to mention now, not just St Kilda, GWS haven't been tagging, or Sydney have still, but 2 teams with predominant taggers, Windhager and I forgot who I just said, GWS, Toby Bedford, haven't tagged in the last month. So
anyway. Really it was in vogue. As of late, we're really only been seeing the Jordan tag.
Yeah.
So,
and on the other side, Geelong used to tag a lot with O'Connor, even Mullen, but they haven't been tagging it either. And so Wangani Miller coming off he copped the most attention in that game as he has like ever, and he still got 24. Yeah. So if he gets anything like less than that, which I think he will, I think he's great chance for 25. So yep, jump in the bet. Anyway, just want to get that off the chest. That's the 2 high posi brackets. Back to the low posi bracket. Tom Atkins just does what he does, just a grunt in the mid, nothing flashy. 10 out of 10, averaging 4 over his bracket, like just consistent as they come, getting anywhere between 15 and 20 posies in, week out.
He's gone for a bit of a ruck feast, I see.
Yeah, so you'll see Geelong's ruckman, Reece Stanley. Sam De Koning's back. He'll probably play maybe 50% ruck, 50% defence. But Rowan Marshall is in great form, and he's coming off a little bit of a quiet run.
I don't think we'll see De Koning in there.
You don't think we'll see him yet?
No. Really, the deconing experiment really died after round 3.
Okay. Well, that might help with a point I have coming up, but we'll get to him in a second. But yeah, I think Rowan Marshall, every chance to hit. He's one game off being 9 out of 10 and averaging 4 more in his bracket.
Yeah, so after round 3, James, so he played predominantly as the sole ruck deconing in the first 3 rounds. He didn't play ruck after that.
Oh, okay. I think I just forgot because he's been injured for like 2 months or something, hasn't he?
Yeah, and so basically he had a 10-game stretch where he was a sole defender.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. Also, checking. Yeah, Rowan Marshall, right? When he played Geelong in round 2 this year, 29 posies. Fucking pumped them. So Rowan Marshall has
also the audition for next year potentially. like there's a lot of talk of Rowan Marshall coming to Geelong next year. This could be, hey guys, time to pay. Like if you want me, you go pay me.
Yeah, exactly. I'll fucking pump you boys. I'll get 30 posies, kick a bag on you.
You know what you need? You know what you need? You need me.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
I am the captain now. Anyway, Brian Myers, green and green. He's
going to hold Reece Stanley up by the scruff of his neck and said, "Is this all you have? Is this it?"
Yeah, is this who you call? Oh, I forget what the quote. But anyway, Brian Myers has had one stinker, and it was against Brisbane at home, where funnily enough,
that was the worst I've ever seen him kick.
That was the worst. Even his fans were booing him and giving him Bronx cheers. So he's been great all year. So ignore that little blip. I think against St Kilda will be fine. And we spoke about Holmes and Wanganeen-Miller. So anyway, moving on to the next bracket, I've highlighted Cooper Sharman. I'm not as bullish on him as like a Gunston or a Darcy or one of those type of forwards to get posies.
No. It's between Geelong, no fucking way.
Yeah, exactly. Sam DeConing will probably be on him, or Tom Stewart will help intercept marked. So I've highlighted for value, but I wouldn't do it.
Move on.
12 posie bracket. There's a couple here to pick from. Lawson Humphries I've highlighted, but look,
not enough value.
Yeah, not enough value. I'd almost remove the highlight at this point, actually. Now that I think about it.
10. Why risk it?
Exactly. Why risk it for someone who's averaging 13 in his? Yeah, I regret that highlight. He's averaging 13.7 in his last 3. This has been someone I've been bullish on for 15, but he's been a lot quieter.
I don't like Stengel. It's just a class. Like Ross Lyons going in there, pack the defense in, pack it in, and fuck it. No one's going to kick any ball. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Stengel will get it actually in that kind of setup. But,
but I highlighted him just because kind of like I was going to say like a Rankin. He's not a Rankin. I'm just saying the role he can play is he's way less of it because Rankin plays more mid. I'm just saying small forward or like Ben Key. He doesn't run as much as Ben. Who can I compare Tyson Stengel to? His value's there. Bet on him if you want. Sam DeConing, as Jono said, he probably won't be in the ruck. Even still, I think he's a chance to get 12 plus in the back line.
Because it's Mark. He's playing on Cooper Sharman. Just mark the ball.
Yeah, and the only thing is, I just wish he was averaging a little bit more. And he's coming off a decent stretch out. Off the top of my head, I don't know how long.
He could be a bit slow.
So just keep that in mind. Mitch Owens been in good form too. 8 out of 10. Do that with what you will, but I just don't have as much confidence.
Mason Wood.
So yeah, unfortunately, just before we move on, Mason Wood, $1.13. He was $1.26 last week. Fucking pumped him. This is a prime example. I don't like betting on players after their best game for the year. One, because that is their best game. They're going to go back to their average, and you're getting them at shit price. So
also, wing factor in Geelong I think it's a real thing. A wingman in Geelong, it's a narrow ground. You don't get sideways kicks.
Yep. So. Mason Wood, though, I've highlighted just for his value.
Oh, definitely highlight. You've got 24, but
I haven't included him in the bet for those reasons you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like if we're going to add a leg, I wouldn't hate it.
Yep. So. He's 8 out of 10. Oh, sorry. He's 8 and 10 when he was playing as a half forward. Back on the wing, this is one of the most consistent players as they come. 16, 15, 16, 15, 15, 14. The 24 was a good game. Look, if he didn't get that 24 and he got another 16, I think I'd be including him in the bet. But because he's gone and done himself a mischief and gone fucking 24 posies, and he's now just shot himself in the foot value-wise. Oh, Mason Wood. Anyway, we'll get him next week when he gets a 13 posie game on the weekend. Anyone you speak about from the 15 plus?
No, I think you've left a little note there for the viewers. It's off to the side, but Cal Wilkie, going to play on Jeremy Cameron. We've seen last week, if you play on Jeremy Cameron, you're probably not going to touch the fucking ball. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. So he had a quiet game against Hawthorn, I think, where he was playing. I didn't get to watch that game because I was at the Lions game. But I wouldn't take Wilkie, if he's playing predominantly on Jeremy Cameron, which, I think he will. So I think the $1.19, 9 out of 10, that needs to be like $1.30 for me to consider that. Or,
exactly.
or it needs to be in the, I wouldn't even do 14. Like, because his form's there, but just careful of a key defender.
I love Tom Atkins.
Yeah, I just, 10 out of 10, $1.20.
Big favourite for this one. So.
Yep, I really like Tom Atkins. And also, unfortunately, the kid, I forget his name off the top of my head, maybe it's George someone, it's got dropped, which is a bit of a shame. He came in for an easy kill against Richmond 2 weeks ago, had a bit of a quiet one against GWS, but the point is I'm getting at, there's one less player in the mid there. Not that it really affects what Tom Atkins does. He gets mid-minutes no matter what, but it kind of helps his case.
Yep.
Ryan Burns, unfortunately, so he was probably one of my favourite players to bet on for 15 all year because he was like $1.60, $1.50.
Yeah.
But he had a stinker, and then he didn't get injured, right? He just got dropped for a while.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I think the Ryan Burns experiment's gone. So.
Yeah, I've highlighted just because he's done so well in the past.
8 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see where he plays. If he's playing like half back, and wing, what he was doing earlier in the year, yeah, sure. But don't want to risk it at the moment.
Yep.
Rowan Marshall have highlighted. Sean Manor, I just need to see a little bit more.
Good feast in this game.
Good feast. I think I'm still burnt from the Essendon. The Brisbane game, look, I can understand him getting 10 posies. The Essendon game where they won by 100 points and he got 14 still sticks with me.
Yeah.
16-18 posie. Cal Wilkie highlighted for value, but similar reason to what we just said. I think he'll be playing on Cameron.
Yeah, all these guys were kind of like...
Oh, yeah, sorry. They're all the exact same. So we can move on. If you think they're good for 15, they're probably good for 16, but sometimes why risk it when they're a good price?
Jack Steele in the next bracket. He looked... Superman might be back.
Yeah. So Jack Steele... he had a couple of teen posie games, but in his last 2 months, that 16 is almost out of his cycle.
It looked like, Jack Steele of old in a way. So, yeah.
Jack Steele of like 2 years ago, it was a beast.
I was like looking at the Supercoach scores at half time and he was like on 80. I'm like, that's like Jack Steele of like primo years where he's like, 80 at half time, standard. Yep. I'm like, he hasn't done that for fucking years.
No. He's like 3 cents off from a great price for $1.18. Check him game day. I really like him, would have included him otherwise. Brian Myers, I'm bullish on for 20, so I'll take the $1.40 and 9.
Yep.
McRae I've highlighted. I don't think Geelong are going to tag. I don't think Mullen or O'Connor will tag.
Yeah, I don't mind McRae in this one.
Yep, his miss there was 19 posies, very close. Like it, I think McRae, we spoke about Oliver getting the cheap little handballs. McRae, not cheap, I'd say. He's doing contested footy, but McRae is very good for those. Where if he gets the footy and getting tackled, he's releasing it. He's doing a throw, a handball.
He's not taking it into a ball up.
He's getting a posie, so I like Jack McRae.
Yep.
Steele, you just mentioned the Superman's Steele.
Just on Jack McRae, he's the quality of a player which is good for betting that he's not going to get a tag. He's not going to get attention. They're like, you can have your 40, we don't care.
And if someone is going to get attention, I think it's Wangan and Miller. But we spoke about him before. If his most he had the most attention ever, and he got 24 posies. I think he's going to get less of it at Geelong, and Geelong are going to play well, probably get a bunch of points. They need someone to slingshot it out. I like Wangan and Miller.
He will cop he'll probably cop O'Shea Mullen, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. But I still think he's good for 25 though, regardless. Jack Sinclair just hit last week. I just don't know if I want to ride that again. His last month is just teetering on the bracket. Holmes, I mentioned he got tagged in round 2 against St Kilda, but if there is going to be a tag, it'll probably be on Smith. And I think Holmes, especially after starting off half back in GWS last week, I think he's going to be back on ball.
Yep. Bailey
Smith, it's kind of much of a
I think we looked at this earlier in the week. I believe he's the only player that hasn't
missed 25.
Anyone in the comments can correct me here, but he has hit 25 every single game he's played, I believe.
So. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, why am I leaving him when he's $1.36, 10 out of 10, 7 more than his bracket? Like, it feels...
It is crazy.
It is crazy. Like, I'm more bullish on Wanganeen Miller coming off a miss and having a big tag. I like Wanganeen Miller.
Yep.
Yeah, it is crazy. I just think... Look, Windhager's last tag roll was on Dacos, who is the favourite from Brownlow. You know who's like second or third favourite, Bailey Smith. So I think that's maybe where the tag goes there, if they do it. But yeah.
Yep.
Goal scorers.
Only goal scorer I would... Oh, Ollie Dempsey.
Yeah, sure, can do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And again, I don't think we're a bit burnt by goal scorers, but if you're going to do one, Ollie Dempsey, or if I was going to do one, Jeremy Cameron for 3.
Yeah. The only reason I'm maybe he's coming off a miss. Only reason I'm slightly hesitant is like St Kilda tend to try and have low scoring. Oh, they haven't been that low scoring of late, but it's a GMHBA. They should.
They'll pack the defense in. They'll pack it in, but yeah.
Anyone else?
Nah,
easy. Game 8. So this one again, I haven't bet
My
these
boys.
last 2 for the Sunday because I haven't got the bonus bets. Bet it when you have a bonus bet token. This one looks
danger game.
Danger game. Oh, for Collingwood for you.
Oh, 100%.
I was like, for the bet, I was like, this bet is probably one of the ones I'm most bullish on.
Very big danger game for Pies.
Yeah, look at this. Over the last month, all of them have hit. If we bet them, like, that's just fantastic. Matthew Johnson has been killing it on the wing there. Doesn't matter. O'Driscoll's back. He's still finding it.
Lipinski was very much missed last week, so they'll be very happy to get the ball in his hands. So.
Yep. He is one of the best, if not the best, inside 50 kick. Jack Crisp playing on the wing. He is the leading games player. He's not going to be rested. I don't think Collingwood. They don't need to win this, but it's at the MCG Sunday.
Well, we do need to win it, but only one on the Jack Crisp. Please keep an eye out for the matchups when they come out, or the lineups when they come out. He looked a bit tired last week. They're not going to drop him, but they have started him as a sub in the past.
Yeah,
so,
actually,
keep an eye out on that one.
Yep. Luke Ryan, 10 out of 10 for 18 plus. Can't say more. $1.25. What the fuck are we doing? That's crazy. Scott Pendlebury, so much talk about. He shouldn't have been sub. I think, just from the top of my head, I don't have his stats here. I think he got like 17 posies and he came on at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
That man has to play a full game or he's got to genuinely have a miss. Like, that's crazy. Scott Pendlebury.
Against Freo, don't really tag. They're not really, Do
you remember the last Freo Collingwood game?
No, we don't tag.
Sorry,
Yeah, they will tag 100%.
Yeah.
They'll tag.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. 10 posi brackets. No one.
He's a garbage.
Yeah, garbage. I mean, you could go Jamie Elliott, McCurry, but yeah, why? Yeah. 12 Murphy Reid. I'm bullish on this kid. I really like him, but the only thing that worries me is he got 6 posies against Collingwood last time, and that was at Optus Stadium. So I don't know how well he'll do it.
MCG. I don't know if he's played a game at the MCG yet. I don't know.
Surely. I'm pretty sure they played like Melbourne there or something.
Okay.
Not long ago. Murphy Reid, I like, but maybe in a following week.
Yep.
14 plus. Actually, I like Lockie Schultz. Anyway, he had a miss
Schultzy? McCreary's back.
Oh, yeah, true. Anyway, 14 and 15. Corey Wagner, I've highlighted, not with much confidence, just actually, that's supposed to be Darcy Cameron. I was like, what the fuck? Why have I highlighted Wagner? And then I started thinking, yeah, that's supposed to be Darcy Cameron. Because he's gone up against
Jewel Rux.
Oh yeah, Jewel Rux. I was about to say fat Sean Darcy. He's not. He's going up against Darcy and Jackson, and I think that actually helps Darcy because I feel like
Mason Cox is in the team, but Mason Cox was in the team last week and it didn't matter.
Yep. So. 15 posi bracket, same deal. Darcy Cameron, but the other ones I haven't mentioned, or we've mentioned, including the bet, Lipinski and Crisp. I think they're fantastic, but they're just not quite there for value, so that's why we're going for the 16. Shai Bolton, he had
like it. MCG, back where he belongs, kind of thing.
And he's one game off getting that 7 posi game out of his cycle, and he's looked fantastic.
Yeah, I really like Shai Bolton. If I was going to include a leg, I'd probably include Shai Bolton. I think. Yep. But also known to just shit the bed. So yeah.
But the thing is, he shit the first half of the bed.
That was 10 games ago, so yeah.
Yeah, that was 10 games ago. But the thing is, he did that 2 weeks ago, right? He was on like one touch almost at half time and then just went bonkers against Sydney. Yeah. So
similar to the Cozzy, but I feel more confident in Shai than Cozzy. Yeah. So.
But to that reason, yeah, he can have quiet ones. Nathan O'Driscoll, so he had he's got a 5 and a 12. That 5 was from 2004 where he was the sub. So, but he hasn't played that many games, right? So he's only played 10 games since 2004.
I think he's really good. I still think he's like Hayden Young's. I think will start the game. Hayden Young is a definite sub out. So midfielders, I don't know. Like I don't think Noddy. I think Noddy's another class to be a sub, but I don't know. Just keep it like someone has to be subbed in that midfield, or maybe Hayden Young will start sub to come in. I don't know. So
yeah. But I do like Nathan O'Driscoll, but someone just a bit more confidence I have. Matt Johnson looking fantastic. 1 miss there, 14 posies, 9 out of 10. Huge.
What is this crap about Jaeger O'Meara? Why is his bracket so fucked?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think, was that 9? That might have been sub-affected. Sometimes with the players I don't give a shit about, or that's rude. Maybe the players I'm just not going to bet on.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But still, like, look at his bracket. It's like...
Yeah. $1.28, and who knows what... He could be swapped out for Hayden.
And he's a 5 edit. Like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Bit odd for that 16 posi bracket. Even still, with no sub risk or injury risk, I wouldn't bet on him regardless. That's crazy.
But I'm like, why can't we get him early? Like, you look at him earlier, his value's like not enough. And you're like, I just wouldn't bet him.
Yeah, like, that's pretty garbage. Onto the 18. Matt Johnson is continuing to present value, but I'm just going to be a bit safer for the 16. Luke Ryan, $1.25 for like
easy.
That is like, what more can you ask for? That is like
touches at the G.
Yep. Scott Pendlebury just almost as a lock as Luke Ryan. We talked about 22 as well. Josh Dacos, this is interesting. So Josh Dacos obviously had the best fourth quarter like I've seen ever, and that was like huge.
Won't play midfield.
Yeah, so the thing is, I've highlighted him because I think he's good for 25 if he's in the back line or midfield. Look, he could have a bit of an experiment in midfield to help his brother, but I just...
not with the outs.
What?
So Dan Houston's out, who's the other ball user. So and also Jeremy Howe's out, who's the other ball user. So they need Josh down there to be the ball user.
Oh, true.
So he won't touch the midfield this week.
That's fine. Even actually, I like that even more because if there's no Houston or Howe takes a lot of kickouts, so that's going to go to.
Oh, so it's going to be Darcy Moore might take a couple, but it'll be mainly Josh. He'll be the pig.
Actually, what's Maynard paying?
And when you got bloody Jai and Miss down there, fucking spraying it, it's not bad for Joshy Dacos.
Yeah, no, so I'm just going back. I'm like, that's good for Maynard. Maynard takes some kickouts and he'll take more with no Howe. Anyway, just a little ponder. I do like Maynard for 15, especially.
Yeah, but the back line is very depleted at Collingwood. Like Charlie Dean's down there. Charlie Dean, they do not want to touch. They just want him to play defense and not touch the ball. Yeah. So, yeah.
Highlighted Sarong. I don't know why, really. He's had 2 awful stinkers if he gets tagged. I just don't think he's going to get tagged in the Collingwood game. And he should be fine. Hopefully those blips are gone. Anyway, Andrew Brayshaw, similar deal. Andrew Brayshaw, I really like. Absolute beast. Every chance to hit. So back him if you want. Nick Dacos, haven't highlighted just because we all remember the Freo game from like 2 months ago where Corey Wagner.
I kind of want to back it because he loves it like. Oh, you reckon you got me last time? Well, fucking have this.
Oh, yeah? Well, you got me again.
Sorry. I do like that, but I wouldn't do it this week purely because he looks sore. He looks he's a guy. He stinks of a guy that won't play against Richmond, I think.
Okay. Surely not in Brownlow form. No, you'd have to power through it.
Well,
wait for the week off before finals.
Sore. He's looking sore.
Anyway, I like
don't get me wrong. I feel like this could be... spend a bit more time up for maybe just to get through the game. I don't know.
I don't see him getting rested. There's no way you'd rest him against Richmond when he's in Brownlow. If you lose a Brownlow
things that play at Collingwood, James and Brownlow.
Nah, no way. Collingwood. Nah, anyway, they feed it in his hands anyway. So I like Nick Dacos, but after the tagging role of 2 months ago, I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
Goal scorers. There it is. Your boy, the prancing pony. He's 9 out of 10. Shy Bolton. I'm not getting burnt by goal scorers again.
Yeah, I don't. We're not beating him anyway. I said it last week. Props to I forgot the comment in the chat, but anyway, was saying that thanks for the tip on the prancing pony. Yes, I do like prancing pony. This stinks of a tall getting subbed out for Freo because of this is at the G. Apparently, it's going to be a bit shit conditions out there. They're going in super tall against us again. I reckon they could drop one out at halftime or 3/4 time, or whatever, right? So, yeah.
No, that is definitely a good point.
Yeah, but he will be sitting in the goal. Like, it's not like he's playing ruck this time. So,
yeah. No, nice. Yeah, otherwise, I'm just not bullish on goal scorers in general. There's a couple of good ones to pick if you want, but yeah. Moving on to the last game.
Let's go.
Nice. So, game 9, last one of the round. We have Adelaide versus Gold Coast. Another bet that I really like. Haven't placed it because I don't have my bonus bet shit organized yet, so we'll do it when we get there. Look at this. 9 out of 10s. Pretty much like 3.3 is the lowest, and that's Brain Fiorini. All $1.22, and Joel Jeffrey. Like, I really like this one on just face value. Joel Jeffrey popping off there in the back line, doing what he needs to do. He has been great over his last 10, one miss there, 12. I can't remember what that is, but he's every chance to hit in his current form. James Peatling, so he had a stinker last week, played his lowest game time for the year, had the why can't I say that right? He had the sore shoulder. Even still, I don't think he was going to hit. But one of your mids there, I feel like every chance to bounce back and hit. So I'm very bullish on Peatling bouncing back. I'm annoyed that he didn't hit last week. So I think nothing's really changed other than just maybe had a quiet game.
Yep.
Worrell, he's having a great one in the back line there. Brain Fiorini playing on the wing. Hasn't missed all year, I'm pretty sure. I think that 15 is from last year. Anyway, he did what he needed to do in the twos to make the side and hasn't, taken a backward step. John Noble, probably my favourite half-backer, $1.22.
The blast, another fucking blaster.
The most accurate kick in the game. Jono's bitter. Jono's bitter because John Noble is doing what Dan Houston should be doing.
I know he lost that, and fair props to Gold Coast. They played a great game. But I did enjoy, with 2 minutes to go, Johnny Noble, ball in hands, Collingwood's hunting for a goal, and Johnny Noble just kicks it out in the full. I'm like, love it. Absolutely love it.
Anyway, John Noble is probably in Brownlow form this year, so I just want to get under his skin.
Yeah.
His 12 was against Geelong, where he didn't do too much of it there. I don't know. He just missed. Played a bit on Brad Close. Crap game for him. So anyway, I like John Noble to bounce back. 10 posies, no one here. There it is. Have a look if you want.
Gross.
Yep, 12. I've highlighted Sam Closey, or Closey. The winger there. Every chance to hit. I've bet on him for 15 in the past and $1.20 for like 12. Yeah.
We've lost Bodie Yulin. That kind of sucks. But
yeah. But Closey as well, being 4.3 over his bracket. I think that is really good. I was actually very tempted to include him.
Yep.
14 plus. Joel Jeffrey, Sam Berry.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, Joel Jeffrey I like. Sam Berry, I've been a bit disappointed on. I thought he would be 20 plus averager.
I hate rolling with Sam Berry.
Yeah,
I never know what we're going to get.
I don't even know why I'm highlighting at this point, but same deal for 15. Both of them are there. We're sort of flying through this at the moment. Ben Keys, he's been consistent over the last 2 months, but I've definitely been burnt in the past.
Yep.
A lot of players coming off a miss, actually.
No Took. We do mention that no Took Miller, so that could impact the Gold Coast midfield, by the way. So
yeah, you'll see as coming up, Noah Anderson is not worth much because of that.
Yeah.
Peatling, a lot of boys here in the 16 posi bracket. I could almost bet on every single one of them. I'm surprised I didn't include Dan Rioli. Now that I'm looking back on this, he is 10 out of 10.
Jesus, I didn't realize that. In my mind, Dan Rioli's been so inconsistent all year. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I really like that one for Dan Rioli.
Actually, chuck that in.
Yeah, I don't know who I'd exclude at this rate. Who's probably the weakest in? We're doing this on the fly.
Jeffrey?
He's averaging 5 more than the bracket.
Okay.
It would almost be
Peatling
or Fiorini.
I think it's Peatling.
Oh, the thing is, because me personally, I know not everyone feels the same.
We can't go so heavy in a Gold Coast game in Adelaide, though. I feel like Adelaide's going to win this.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm bullish on Pete. I'm bullish on someone after a miss, no matter who it is. But anyway, that's just caught me by surprise.
I do like Rioli.
Yeah. Rankin I've highlighted, haven't included though, who on paper looks better than Rioli, but just remember he's playing more of the forward role with no Rochelle, so I still think he's a chance to hit, don't get me wrong. He hit last week, but he should be paying that in like 15 plus, in my opinion. 18 plus, it's the same crew, same info.
Rankin's midfield minutes have just disappeared.
Yeah, but he still presents up the ground and he'll play at stoppages, so yeah, he's every chance. Rory Laird, 1 cent off a price I like. I really like him. John Noble, I've spoke about in the bet. Like him there. Matty Rao, the thing is, Matty Rao will have, like 7 games in a row of amazing, and he'll have a stinker and then a stinker, but he does have good games. So,
and also I think there was all that talk about, Hardwick had a big sook about the umpiring, and then he got that pendulum swing where he got.
Oh, you think it's going to be the opposite now?
And now all that media pylon has been how shit the umpires are for getting sucked into Hardwick shit. So get ready for this pendulum swing back the other way, guys.
Yeah, Matt Rao's going to get not 1 free kick this game.
Nah, and they'll be looking out for that fucking touching the back of the umpire and shit. They'll be looking out for him.
Yeah, there might be a bit of an overcorrection to counteract the original overcorrection.
For a team that definitely does the whole, like, Collingwood complains about the Nick Daicos treatment, and then he gets all this free kicks and stuff. And then you definitely see a week later it swings back the other way. So
yep. Yeah. No, I do agree. 22, 25, and 30 posi bracket. Same culprits, but here I've highlighted Anderson because I think before the game he'll probably go out to $1.20. 30 plus though. Look at his last 2 months. He has had one actual genuine miss there of 27, but I'm quickly doing this on the fly. His 19 posi game there was a tag game. So his 19 was against Geelong, where I'm pretty sure O'Connor or Mullen ran with him. But the 27 was against Melbourne. He didn't have a tag job, but like if his one miss there, excluding the tag game, is 27, I think that's fantastic for $1.70 for 30 plus.
I'll need to see it first, just on the whole Tuke Miller out. Sam Flanders started to get a bit of midfield time last week.
Oh, actually, that's a good thing to consider.
But it wasn't enough for me to go, yes, he will be playing midfield. So he went from basically hasn't played midfield for 10 weeks. And then last week he went up to 14%.
That's actually, I haven't really considered that when I was doing it.
Yeah.
What do you think of us, Flanders or Humphreys or?
Humphreys is the guy that Hardwick fucking froths on. So he absolutely loves. Humphreys played his highest CBAs for the year last week.
So for 15, he's $1.28. That's not awful.
But Humphreys is that type of.
Yeah,
he's that CBA go forward. He's like a.
He's a Cam. Yeah, I was about to say Cam Rayner.
Yeah, he's a. I'll do the bounce, but I'm not doing anything else. I'm fucking off forward. So. Let's just keep an eye on Flanders. I feel like next week with this Tuke injury, maybe we see Flanders get his midfield time back.
Yeah, potentially. Someone to check the odds of before the game, and then goal scorers again. Same sentiment as every other game. Not that bullish on. No one I really like that I'd bet on. So maybe King for 2, but at that rate, I don't know. It's against Adelaide or the big thrill seeker for 2.
Nah. Well, the Collingwood's missing the tools.
Yeah. No. That's all our games.
We're not going to bet goals, but yeah. So
no. Do you want to do what we did last week? Go.
Yeah, Ryan Merrick locks of the week. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go through and do our little locks, which I like. Unfortunately, we had 2 lock misses last week in Peatling and Iden. But
yeah, so we're not good at this, but
we'll see how we go.
I hate to do it.
I probably like a Worrell or Noble. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I hate to say it.
Oh, yeah, all right. All right, you hate to do it. And just think how happy you'll be when he misses because you hate John Noble.
Yeah, exactly. If Rioli was in there, though, I'd definitely have to think about that.
Yeah, that Rioli one is interesting. So I might have to swap but I like Fiorini. I don't think he's... Hold on, I'm just going to do this on the fly. Fiorini, I don't think he's missed all year. Fiorini...
No, since he came in, he's been... remember
when he hasn't missed all year.
Killing it in the VFL. I think Fiorini might even deserve a lock right now, actually.
Yeah, it might have to be Peatling that goes out for... I might just quickly do that just on the fly. Just what does that look like if I literally just grab Rioli, put him in here for Peatling, who is also 16 plus bracket, mind you. That looks really nice. And it'd be better value too.
Yeah, and I can't wait for Rioli to miss.
Anyway, if the bets change now...
That's the last game of the weekend.
We'll post in the comments section.
Yep.
Game 8, reverse order. Let's go back to the top. I already know who I am going to pick.
You on Pendles?
No, I'm going Luke Ryan. I like Luke Ryan, 10 out of 10.
It's Luke Ryan.
Yeah. The only thing on me is just Pendles. There's maybe a little...
I thought you were highlight. Yeah, I'm like, no, I wouldn't do Pendles.
My cursor. No. Luke Ryan. Who would I pick here?
Tom Atkins.
Yeah, very consistent actually. Averaging 4 more. Jeez.
Yeah, it's got to be Atkins.
For a counter game, I wouldn't mind Holmes, Wanganeen, Miller, but for a lock, yeah.
You can't lock Holmes though because of the tag factor.
Just from round 2. Yeah, I don't think they'll go it again. That's why I've included him, but yeah, just in case. Sentiment.
Ooh, does Ryan Merrick get his title back?
Yeah, there's no way I'm
not.
Yeah, you think?
It's that or Hopper.
Yeah, Hopper. I just did it without even thinking.
Let's go Ryan Merrick.
Ryan Merrick, just for the hell of it.
I actually don't think it's in that game. They're probably all 4 of them. I would say are even. I'm confident as much as each of them, though. I guess there's not like one guy. I don't feel like I'm heavily weighted one way in that game. But
yeah. No, okay. I like
Ryan Merrick lock of the week. A little bit of a nod to the great man.
Yeah, exactly. Great man. Nice. Game 5. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, game 5. Here we go.
Is it fucking Blaster? Fucking 60 bomb down
he hasn't missed all year, and
I think it's gotta be
the Blaster. If he goes to $1.20, that's so amazing. Averaging 4 over his bracket for 12.
If he goes to $1.20, he's lock. I feel like I want to lock him anyway, just as a bit of a lull. But fuck it.
Well, the other one The other one I was considering was just, see, these Carlton
Doc and
backline.
Sard, nah. Sard probably more. Doc's a sub risk.
Yeah. McDonald, because there's no lever, and there was no lever for the start. Like,
oh, don't worry, it's fucking bombs down the line all day. Like,
I do like Tom McDonald against Carlton.
He will play on Curnow, but I don't think that'll matter because he won't keep up with Curnow.
Oh, is that something we need to be considered?
No.
He's
not going to keep up with him. He'll be 10 meters behind him, and Stephen May like, oh great, he's nowhere near Curnow. I can kick it to him.
Yeah, true. All right, game 4. Let's go up. This is a great one. So I like Daniel because I'm just hard on him. Like he should be getting 20 plus, but Grundy is
Grundy.
Yeah, Grundy is the inform guy. Yeah, I was about to finish that sentence.
Against the fucking non-ruck, it's gotta be Grundy.
That's crazy. Let's go Grundy, All Australian.
Yeah, I hope he gets it too.
Yeah, I kind of hope so too, especially after that shit year in Melbourne. Game 3,
Barrel Impey I like.
Yeah, I think Impey on paper looks better, but you got to remember as well. There's no
all the other there's a lot of half backmen. Yeah.
No, there's no Rosie and there's no Burton. So Kane.
Yeah,
Farrell,
I think it's Barrel, but also Hawthorn are raffling around. Like there's always those extra.
Oh, I get what you mean. There's like Amon, there's Sicily, and Scrimshaw's back too. So
yeah, which I don't think it's. I am still confident Impey's still the man down there.
Yeah, no, we're talking lock territory now.
So but Kane's literally got no one else that can have the ball down there.
Yeah, should we go?
He'll be screaming out for people to take a kick for him.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go Farrell. What about you?
Yeah, Farrell.
And he's averaging 20 in his last 3 games. Like in his last 4, yeah, Kane Farrell's had a great stint.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, that's all our locks. Is there anything else you want to speak about before we end the video?
No, I think make sure you gamble responsibly, guys. Enjoy it. Don't get. This is a bit of fun, guys. Like, if you don't bet anything, you don't. And I'm not saying our community. I really find that we're having a lot of fun. Get in the Discord, have a bit of chat, rag on fucking some of the players with us, and enjoy it. So
yeah, and I do love the comments. Like I posted just last night, I was at the game, and people react to that or enjoy it. And at the end of the day, it's great because sometimes the bets miss, which sucks. But at the end of the day, like we all appreciate each other's input and value and what everyone has to say. So do enjoy it. So thank you all, and you'll hear from Jono and I next week. All right, peace.